any further expansion of Heathrow Airport, David Cameron's government is recommending the building of a third runway. Last July, 13 activists occupied the north runway at Heathrow in protest over this proposed new runway. The Heathrow 13 have been found guilty of aggravated trespassing and entering a security-restricted area. Rob Bastow, one of the Heathrow 13, is presently awaiting his sentencing. Rob, what motivated you to take such radical action?
We're in a really dangerous situation. The climate is warming up. We're burning far more fossil fuels than we need to and generating a lot of greenhouse gases. And at a time when we need to be cutting our emissions, then they're looking to build a new runway and actually increase the number of flights. So we definitely need to do something. We need to do the opposite of what we're doing, basically.
The judge cited the massive disruption to passengers and also the huge financial cost to BAA in her judgment. What's your take on that?
I think you've got to look at it in perspective. There was a lot of disruption, and I don't like doing things like that. I don't like disrupting things, but also we're in a situation where there's people dying because of climate change. I mean, we've all seen it in the news as the floods, hurricanes, droughts and so on, and even in this country where we have a very gentle climate, there's been a lot of flooding. And just on the financial side, if you look at it, just the recent floods have cost hundreds of millions of pounds, and that dwarfs the amount of disruption and the cost we did at Heathrow. So we really need to do something. We need to take action. We need to do something to stop this escalation of extreme climate, of extreme weather that's actually causing a lot of deaths around the world.
The British government believes that it is necessary to build the new runway in order to support the economy.
Yeah, you can always say, yes, we need to improve the economy, we need to work on jobs, but we also need safety, we need a secure future, and we need to care for the planet. We've got a choice. We don't have to have a bigger airport, we don't have to have the biggest airport in Europe, and we're in a position where we can actually make the choice of what sort of jobs we do, on how we grow the economy, and we need to make that decision, not just say, go with what business says or go what is good for Heathrow. It's about deciding our future. Are we going to just keep building and keep growing and generating more emissions and making the situation worse? Or are we going to try and direct our energy to maybe renewable energy, to clean forms of transport and so on? So we do need to make a choice, and this government seems to be making the wrong choice. They're just shutting down things like solar and wind energy and taking away the subsidies, and they're putting massive effort into things such as new runways and new forms of energy that extract the oil from under Britain, like fracking and so on. So we're going in the wrong direction, and we need to do something that will actually make a difference and try and change that, try and stop that momentum that we've got heading in a destructive way.
Do you have any regrets over what you did?
We need to do something. I don't really know what to do. I've been trying to do things for years, and we've had petitions and we've done demonstrations and so on, and I guess more drastic action is needed, and with this decision that yes, there needs to be a third runway at Heathrow, it's like, well, we can't do that, we've got to do something, and this is just one way of maybe getting the message across really strongly that that's wrong, we need to do something. And it's just to do something as well for all the people who don't have a say, the people maybe whose lives are threatened by hurricanes or floods or whatever. And I feel we need to do something about that. We've got a responsibility. We're the people who have generated most of the emissions that are causing the change in the climate. And we really should be taking the lead, not just ignoring it.
And how do you feel now, with the possibility of going to jail over it?
Well, it was a possibility. When we did it, we knew there was a possibility of it. I feel what we did was right, what we did was necessary. So, you know, just have to take what comes.